I'll take my army of elephants, which I have won fair and square.
Fair and square. You go and acquire yourself an island with the money that,
Dolly Parton has so generously donated.
Oh, yes. Dolly Parton, who has so generously funded your war. Hey everybody, welcome to Fess Up, where the Fess sisters help spice up your conversations with unique and thought-provoking questions. That is right, we are breaking the ice with a sledgehammer.
Kaplow!
Ha ha ha.
Just to introduce you, the voice that you're hearing now doesn't normally have a British accent, and the person attached to that voice is named Amy.
And I'm Marissa.
And I'm Ina.
Wow, so this podcast is gonna take 85 years? I'm sorry, everybody.
Yeah, why'd you do that?
I don't know, I was trying to think of something funny, and then I paused way too long, so I decided to go with it.
You realize that when people listen to this, they're gonna be like, wow, they made a huge mistake when editing this one. This one's not a good one. And then they're gonna realize what you did, and then they're also gonna be like, why?
'Cause I'm Ina. So have you ever actually experienced Inception? 'Cause I did last night.
You didn't even give me a second to answer that question.
Well, you would ask a question, and we're gonna continue.
Well, have you then?
No.
No? What about you,
I've
Marissa?
had a dream within a dream before.
Maybe I have, but I don't remember it.
Well, I had an actual dream within a dream within a dream within a dream. 4 degrees of Inception. It was
Dear
crazy.
God.
It was so weird. Okay, so I started off and I was being held hostage and Marissa was there.
As you do. Oh, I was.
Yes, Marissa was there. We were being held hostage. I was about to die and stuff, and some girl went and figured out how to get us rescued. But that's not really important. Then I woke up.
Rescue's not important.
Right. Well, it wasn't important because I woke up
Ah, I see.
into a different dream where I was sitting at a table with my grandparents and Marissa again. And Marissa was not very happy that my grandparents were there.
Accurate.
And I was pregnant and I really wanted to tell Marissa, but I couldn't because my grandparents were there and I knew that if I told her, they would overhear and they'd be like, you have to marry the father. And I had no idea who the father was.
And you had to do what they said?
Yes. So then I was working out what I was supposed to do because I really wanted to let Marissa know. And then I woke up again at the prom. I was on the floor.
You woke up on the floor?
Yes.
A wild night.
And my boyfriend was there. And I was...
Wow, that's the most unrealistic part of this whole thing so far.
I know! What's me, boyfriend? That's weird. But anyway, so I was talking to him and I was like, I feel like I was pregnant once. And he was like, you were. And I was like, so that wasn't a dream? And he was like, no. And then all of a sudden, I heard music playing and I remembered being held hostage. And I was like, wait, was I also held hostage once? And he was like, you were. That was real. And I was like, oh my gosh, I must have blocked it out because of the trauma. And then I woke up again in a park this time. And I was also with Marissa. She was only not at the prom.
I guess I must have graduated.
Yeah. So anyway, I was with Marissa again and we were in the park and I had this old
Wait,
journal.
are you sure I wasn't at prom watching in the shadows?
Well, that does sound like you.
Marissa was the boyfriend.
Yes.
Oh. All right then. But anyway, so in this one, we were in the park, and I had this old journal from when I was in 3rd grade, and Marissa and I were reading it, and, it had 3 stories. One about being held hostage, one about dinner with your grandparents, and one about being at prom. And I was like, yo, this sounds really familiar. And Marissa was like, this actually happened. When you were in 3rd grade, you must have been, clairvoyant. And I was like, oh my god, that's so crazy and stuff. And then this lady comes over walking her dog and she has a copy of my journal and she's like, your writing sucks. And I'm like, I was in 3rd grade when I wrote it. And she was like, still. And I was like, what do you mean still? I was in 3rd grade.
Wow, I have a new favorite character in this dream.
And then her dog started viciously attacking me and just biting me so much. And then I woke up for real. Unless, of course, I'm still dreaming.
Oh my god, wait. So if this is Inception, that means, like, someone was trying to, like, incept an idea into your mind, yes?
Oh god, it was Mom. She says, don't become an author.
I was the only person also in all of your dreams, yes?
Yes.
What did you have to tell her, Marissa?
I went into your dreams,
Uh-huh.
made all of these traumatic things happen,
Yeah.
just so that in your last dream you would have written it all, and that lady would tell you your writing sucks. So I went into your dream to tell you you suck at writing.
You hate my writing?
You did it all for a roast.
That sounds like me.
Is it because I'm trying to write a book right now and you said your book stinks?
Yeah, I read it while you were sleeping.
Thanks.
Or maybe she's already, like, stopped an apocalypse, but we'll never know because it didn't happen.
Whoa.
You could have told us, Ina. You can still tell us. You can trust us and the 50 million people listening to this podcast.
I mean, I have been better able to lift boxes recently because my arms have gotten stronger. So maybe I lifted a box at work and I didn't have to call someone over to help me. And then that person, started butterfly effect. And since they didn't have to lift the box, they didn't put out their back that day and then get angry at the world and become a supervillain. So,
A supervillain.
could happen.
But in doing so, I think you've chosen another alternate reality in which the supervillain is, as we all know, Jeff Bezos, whom you are working for at the Amazon counter. And you're
Don't.
So you've prevented one supervillain, but you've kept another in his power.
True.
Oh, don't go that far.
It's too late.
I'm sorry, but Jeff Bezos exists, and I have to place blame somewhere.
Yeah.
I would much rather have my manager the villain than Jeff Bezos the villain.
I mean, maybe your manager becomes worse than Jeff Bezos, but we just don't know yet.
I mean,
Well,
you're right.
they don't because we stopped it.
You're right.
Well,
you're right.
yes, but maybe they would
You're
have
right.
in this alternate future.
Either way, I was the one who incepted it, even though I somehow don't remember what happened.
It is convenient that you started working at the same place I do right before I had this dream.
Yeah?
If there is Inception technology out there, then there is absolutely time travel.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Like, time travel and dream travel are both technologies that have to be in place for this to have occurred. So you do not know that this happened, but you will.
Oh gosh, so I did it, but it wasn't me. It was future Marissa.
Future Marissa? Oh my god.
Yeah, you don't know that it happened, but you will.
So there's also time travel, dream travel, and parallel universe travel all in play here.
What was that movie with the alternate universe guy?
Alternate universe guy?
Yeah, there was this guy whose whole thing was that he was able to see every alternate universe all the time.
You mean Doctor Strange?
No. But Doctor Strange does also do that. No, there was this movie, and I want to say it was like Men in Black vibes, but I don't know that it was Men in Black. If anything, it was Men in Black 2. But there was this guy, and he went to like a bar or a diner, and like the whole gag of the movie was that he was always looking for stuff like, oh, I'm fine unless the fork is gone, then I'm not fine because this is gonna happen.
I don't know it, but it sounds
It
good.
does sound fun.
I remember actually really liking that movie, and I thought about it a lot, and I really want to remember it because I want to watch it again.
Well, if a fan knows what movie Amy's talking about, please let us know for science.
Please don't let it be like a dream that I had one time, because it's got like that memory quality, you know?
That sounds like a great movie.
It does.
It sounds like a great movie, and if it doesn't exist, now we need to write it.
Right.
If it doesn't exist, copyright is on us, which means that you heard it here first, which means it was our idea.
Right.
Yeah.
And then also, maybe you only thought of that because Marissa also went into your dreams once.
I incepted it to you.
I remember seeing this movie like forever ago, so if that happened, Marissa came to my dreams chronologically first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And because of me, she was able to go into Ina's dreams.
Well, maybe I was coming to stop the apocalypse with Ina, but while I was traveling through the time stream, I saw you real quick. I was like, might as well take a stop here
Pit stop.
to incept this hit movie idea.
Right.
Someone else made this movie and got rich, but if we get ahead of it...
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just rubbed my eyes and I could literally hear the sound of my eyelashes rubbing together.
Ew.
It was a very weird moment for me.
Why is it that, like, sometimes when you blink too hard, you can hear, like, a click?
'Cause your eyes are ballpoint pens?
Actually, you're spot on.
I knew it. I could see them. They're sticking out like eye stalks.
You know what I mean? Like, when you blink, if you pay enough attention, you can hear your eyes blink together.
I cannot.
What?
But you, my friend,
No.
are Ina Stalk Eyes.
No, nobody's. My eyes don't click. The only time my eyes click are when I'm putting in my contacts and the air bubble between the contact and my eye pops.
So this is not a universal experience?
No, maybe you need to see an optometrist. I think my eyes might be pens.
Be quiet for a second and just, like, try to hear your eyes blink, because I swear it can't just be me.
Nope, I hear nothing.
Nothing. There's no click.
Mine sounds like a camera shuttering, like, every time I blink. Like, it sounds like something.
Maybe you're from a different universe.
Guys, every photo we've shown you on social media of Ina has been severely doctored. She actually has 2 Bics sticking straight out of the pupils. It's blue ink, and it's only run out once, so we've only had to replace the cartridges that one time, but that was a scary day.
And Marissa's altered all of my memories.
How about a question?
Yes, a question will be good.
Here is our first question. You have been given an elephant. You can't give it away or sell it. What do you do with your elephant?
Become best friends.
Oh,
I feel like no matter what, you're gonna become best friends with your elephant.
that's fair.
Elephants never forget, so they always remember your birthday. They'll also always remember your name. They're super cute and fun and happy, and we love elephants.
They have emotions. So good.
Yeah.
The only thing we don't love about elephants is the size of their poop.
Yeah. We'll have to. The first thing I'll do is potty train my elephant.
Oh, put them in a big diaper.
No. I'll like build a big moat in my backyard specifically for elephant pooping.
But then you have to clean the moat so it doesn't stink up your backyard.
I'll put it in my neighbor's yard.
That's it. Yep. Now we're talking.
See, I guess I would hire, like, a zookeeper.
We're all assuming that with the elephant came money.
Yeah, oh, that's true.
I think that you've got to use the elephant to make money to hire the zookeeper.
Okay, so I hire a zookeeper and they can clean up after the elephant and make sure the elephant's
But
healthy.
how do you
and
use
stuff.
the elephant to make the money?
Oh, I have to make
Well, you don't have to make money with the elephant, but I'm just telling you that you don't have the money for a zookeeper right now. And I'm just saying this question is implying that right this second there is an elephant outside and it's yours and you can't get rid of it.
Okay.
I don't know that you're getting paid enough to get any kind of zookeeper.
Yeah, I just started a new job, so my next paycheck's only gonna be like $40. That's not elephant money.
But you have an elephant now. And elephants in suburbia? That's pretty cool.
Right. I mean,
If your goal is to have a zookeeper for the elephant, how are you going to get the money for a zookeeper?
I charge people to come meet my elephant.
What's your elephant's name?
Fred?
No one's gonna come meet an elephant named Fred. It's gotta be...
Yeah, everyone and their mother has an elephant named Fred.
Everyone's mother is an elephant named Fred.
Yeah.
I'll name her Eladine the elephant.
Cute.
I would name mine Dr. Sparkle Fairy MacGyver III. People would come see that.
People would come to see that, but they also might bring tomatoes.
I'll put little wings on her, and it will be very cute. And I'll proudly display her doctorate on the wall. And people won't know that it's been heavily forged. It's because she signed it when she got it, and her signature is just one big foot stamp that takes up the whole page. So you can't read the doctorate very well, you just have to believe us.
You know, a good way to make money with an elephant is elephants. You can teach them to paint, and then people will pay exorbitant fees for a painting made by an elephant.
Oh, now that is a good idea, my friend.
Eladine the painter elephant. And then also for meet and greets.
Can I name my elephant now?
Yes.
Yes.
I would give my elephant a celebrity name to trick people into coming to see an elephant. So I'd be like, come meet Dolly Parton. And they would come, and it's just my elephant with a really big wig I made her.
Oh.
I love it. Dolly Parton would dig that. I'm certain she would.
Would.
She would like be like, hey, you wanna come to Dollywood for free, and I can.
She would donate some money to this elephant.
She super
She would just
would.
buy you Zookeeper straight up. She would
You're
be
right.
like, I heard Dolly Parton needed a zookeeper.
She'd also come visit your elephant and take selfies with it. It would be amazing.
Yeah, she would sing it a song.
Oh, she'd write a song about the elephant.
Oh, and elephants love music.
Oh.
This is cute.
This is fabulous.
If I had an elephant, I would probably do one of those elephant riding situations.
Ooh.
Because if you have an elephant, you have to ride it into battle, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So what I would do is I would have this elephant. I would get it to love me and trust me, and I would start to ride on its back. And I don't weigh too much, so hopefully it wouldn't hurt the elephant, and I would not mistreat the elephant. We would be BFFs. And once I was able to ride it, I would do the hard part, which is starting a war. After I've started a war.
Honestly, that's the easy part.
True.
It was not hard to start a war.
You're right, it is pretty easy. I just have to go onto Twitter and at somebody and say, your mom's an elephant named Fred. The hard part is getting them to show up with their elephants so that we can all ride them into battle.
Yeah.
I have to start a Josh fight. That's what I have to do.
Yes.
A Josh fight.
Oh, yes. Fabulous.
I just have to message a bunch of people who I know have elephants and tell them a date and time. A year from now, we're gonna have an elephant war and we're gonna ride them all into battle. And whoever wins the war gets to keep all the elephants.
All of them?
And doesn't get killed.
Yeah, all of them. Because that's actually the most important key part. Because if you tell everybody that you're going to have to take care of all of the elephants if you win, that's going to be so much time and money that they're going to be like, no thanks. And then they're not going to go so hard. In the end, it ends in a stalemate, but at least we got to ride our elephants into battle.
No. You're thinking about this all wrong.
Okay.
I would do this elephant fight. Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I would win by being merciless. But you were right. They're all going to think, oh man, I don't want to win because I don't want to take care of all these elephants. I'm like, great, more for me. So they're all not trying very hard. I slaughter them. And now I have an army of elephants all of my own.
But you don't want to hurt any of the elephants. They did nothing wrong.
No, I wouldn't hurt an elephant. Just its owner.
But I'm saying if you have an army of elephants, you have to fight with that army, right? So you'd have to hurt them eventually. I mean, you wouldn't hurt them personally, but you'd send them into your next war knowing that they could get hurt.
We already sent them into one. You were okay with that one?
That one was just for people on their backs. People suck.
Yeah.
That's how it always will be.
The human race is a scourge upon the earth.
I would be putting people on the backs of my elephant army. What are you talking about?
Oh, okay. Well, you weren't 100% clear, but now I see it, and now I'm on board with you again.
Yeah.
She's not giving it a sword for its little nosy.
Elephants have been hunted enough, so now it's time for them to be the hunters.
That sounds fabulous.
They're gonna hunt us.
Yes.
Yeah.
What if we do like the most dangerous game, and instead of it being a hunter hunting the people,
Yes.
we make it be the elephants?
I'll take my army of elephants, which I have won fair and square.
Fair and square. You go and acquire yourself an island with the money that,
Dolly Parton has so generously donated.
Oh yes, Dolly Parton, who has so generously funded your war, is now gonna buy you an island.
Yes, and I'll make it a nice, like, African island, somewhere off the coast of Africa, so that they have the right climate.
Right.
Yes, you've got to get their climate right.
So we've got the perfect climate for these elephants.
Good climate.
Then we import all these poachers by being like, oh my gosh, there's so many elephants here to come catch. So, not catch, but you know what they do.
Come.
We don't want to talk
Do
about
awful things.
All these poachers show up and they're like, hee, we're going to get the elephants, but the elephants are ready.
Yeah.
They've been waiting for this their whole lives.
They're buff. They've been trained.
We have to have a very strict no weapons on the boat rule. But they bring their weapons and we lock them away on the boat for storage. And we say you're going to want to save your ammo anyway.
Mm-hmm.
We tuck them in the bottom of the boat, safe and sound, under lock and key. We release the poachers. We tell them, okay, everybody off the boat, line up, hold out your tags, like a weapons coat check, and we'll go get you your stuff for you.
Yeah, like, we'll have our servants go valet your luggage to you.
We'll bring your stuff because we're a classy boat. And they're like, great. And that's when We drive the boat away with all of their guns and weapons inside. They're stuck on the island. We let the elephants get them.
They're weaponless.
And then we sell the weapons to get more money.
Yes.
To fund our island some more.
So you're also arms dealers now.
I mean, yeah, we become arms dealers as well, but when in Rome.
But only selling weapons to good people.
And we rid the world of those terrible poachers.
We're like the Robin Hood of arms dealers. We take the guns from the bad people and then we give them to someone who has money for us to get more guns from more bad people.
Selling them to hopefully not bad people.
Hopefully not bad.
To fund our elephant vigilante army island.
Here's the thing. All we have to do is sell to the worst people of all. The US government. They have a large defense budget that they will gladly donate to some poor elephant hoarders.
We should sell them to Switzerland because they won't do anything with them.
But then they won't want to buy them.
Fair.
See, America doesn't end up using their weapons anyway.
Yeah, they're like, why use weapon when Big Bomb do the trick?
Oh, that's true.
And we're like, no, please do not. And they're like, hee hee hee.
I'm laughing to hide the pain.
It's
Yeah, exactly.
really awful. I
really
don't
awful.
like guns.
How about, instead of talking about guns and how the US government has failed us, we talk about another question.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, this next question is, what movie would be the worst if it included smell-o-vision?
The Labyrinth. The Bog of Eternal Stench.
Bog of Eternal Stench, yes!
It doesn't get worse than the Bog of Eternal Stench.
I just wonder if the Bog of Eternal Stench is able to be captured by something like smell-o-vision.
Probably not.
I feel like the depth of that disgust, they couldn't even do it.
If they were able to harness that power properly with the magical stink, they might as well also spray some like 4D juices at you, you know?
So you think you're getting eternally stinky.
And then, once you're splashed with the stink juice, you smell bad forever.
It never goes away, yeah. So you're saying it's like a splash zone. You gotta like dodgeball dodge the droplets every time you watch the movie. And then you gotta throw out all your furniture because inevitably something has gotten somewhere.
I'm saying that instead of the death penalty, we should just splash them all with the Bog of Eternal Stench juice.
Yes.
And then they'll be the stinkiest people forever.
And then they'll be sorry.
You've just created like the less technologically advanced version of the John Hamm Black Mirror episode. Is that White Christmas?
Yes.
So instead of like him being blocked from the whole world and they can't see him anymore, everybody just avoids him like the plague because they can smell him for 8 miles.
Literally a wide berth.
That episode of SpongeBob where he thinks he's ugly.
Yes!
Yes! Everyone runs away when they approach.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, I love where both of your heads went, but I'm ashamed to admit my head did not also go there. My head went to 2 other movies specifically.
Shrek?
I was thinking Shrek.
Shrek is a good one, and my head didn't go there either. But I had the same vein as Shrek.
Okay.
I was thinking, number 1 that came to my head was The Grinch. Because you cannot tell me that man does not have B.O.
He smells like rotten peppermint.
I think that movie would have both the best and the worst smell-o-vision. Because there are so many scenes that are like a feast and Christmas cheer, happy, peppermint, delicious, oh, it smells so good. And then boom, in walks the Grinch, who lives on a trash heap with his smelly dog.
That's a sound representation of how he smells.
For our audio medium. My other movie, very similar in vibe, was The Cat in the Hat.
Oh god.
Stanky.
No! That's such a cursed film.
That movie is already terrible.
That movie is cursed.
Like, not only would The Cat in the Hat also have some kind of weird, funky odor. Maybe not as bad as the Grinch, but he probably doesn't smell great.
He smells musty.
Yes, like he's got mothballs in his fur or something. But beyond that, once the house starts getting messy and gross.
Oh my god. You can't tell me that purple goo
Doesn't
isn't
smell horrible.
foul, stinkery.
It's such like a cool purple color that you would hope that it would smell like grape juice or something, but no, it just smells like ass.
No, it's stinkerous, yo.
Stinkerous, that's the best word ever!
I've been using it the past couple weeks.
Oh
It's
my
my
gosh.
favorite new thing.
I forgot that's not a thing that is a thing because Marissa and I now say that so often.
I just invented it because I speak...
Something was stinkerous.
Something was stinkerous, and I speak in strange tongues. Okay, but I'm thinking Shrek.
Oh, yeah.
And there's many reasons why. I mean, like, first of all, it starts in a swamp.
With the farting to make your thing bubble. Your mud bath bubble.
There's a lot of rancid farts. Also, just ogres in general have to have some kind of, at least kind of like an amphibian stink to them.
Oh, yeah. Burping.
The burping and the brimstone moment.
I feel like every time Farquaad comes on the screen, you're overwhelmed by the smell of middle school boys' locker room.
Axe
which
cologne.
smells like Axe body spray. Exactly. Like, shit, that's a lot of Axe.
Oh, God,
Oh,
yeah.
God.
That pretentious stink.
That's horrible, horrible smell. Because boys can't smell like things that smell good because that's girly.
No, right? Whoever decided that?
Literally, a floral or fruity scent, that's not for boys.
They just have to stink differently.
Stink differently. You must be stinkerous.
Definitely. Also, I bet donkey doesn't smell great because he's a donkey.
Is wet donkey a bad smell? Like wet dog is a bad smell?
Probably.
I would imagine.
Is dragon a bad smell?
No, she's beautiful in every way.
She probably smells like toasted marshmallows.
Ooh.
Ooh, yes, girl, get it. She's a whole s'more. I think that if smell-o-vision were real, it would be so interesting to see who got the job of designing the smells. Because there's like sound designers out there and their whole job is to see what every room sounds like and recreate it. I can only imagine like a person whose livelihood is based around recreating the smell of a sweaty room that an ogre has just walked into.
Yes.
Ugh, and every movie's gonna have it.
Yeah, it's like Foley work for smells.
Yes, what a crazy job. And you know exactly who they were too, because they'd always enter the room like heavy sniffing.
Yeah, when they walk into a room, their nose moves up and down like a rabbit's.
And maybe we know people who would have this job already because they're the kind of people who walk into a house and they're like, did you make cookies 4 days ago? And you're like, I guess I did.
Oh my goodness.
And they're those kind of people that like, they come in and they're like, oh my gosh, I love that candle. Is it Bath and Body Works purple pumpkin upside down cake? And you're like, how did you know that?
Yeah, Mom would definitely be one of these people because she is a self-proclaimed super smeller. And sometimes she'll just be like, what is that? And there's like literally no smell whatsoever. And she's like, oh God, it stinks.
But then that one time, our dog farted so bad and she couldn't smell it at all.
That was topsy-turvy day.
I have the opposite problem. I have basically no smell, I feel like. I can smell things, but it has to be particularly strong for me to get a reaction.
That's because your nostrils are as thin as paper cuts.
You're right. They're slitty.
Completely inefficient.
They're slitty and I'm slutty.
Oh!
Okay, but what movie would smell amazing? My guess is Wreck-It Ralph.
Ratatouille!
Ratatouille! Why would Wreck-It Ralph smell good?
Sugar Rush?
Just anything in Sugar Rush. But other than Sugar Rush, that's not going to smell great.
I guess you're right.
I feel like that would be a movie that would be really fun to design the smell of because there's so many different places, but they're places that no one knows the smell of, so you can make the smell totally your own.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's another thing. Would video games get smell-o-vision?
That would be great.
Only the high quality one.
I mean, I feel like most things would get
PlayStation 22 will definitely have full smell-o-vision.
That's really close from now, I think.
They come out with them so quickly.
Oh, you know what? You said PlayStation 22, and I thought, 2022, that's next year.
No.
No,
No.
you're right.
Marissa actually has smell-o-vision already invented and ready to go. She's about to sell it to PlayStation tomorrow.
And she's got to inception it to the right person.
Exactly.
Right.
I just have to figure out the right person,
She knows more than she lets on over there.
universe, and time to unleash this smell-o-vision technology.
Universe, you might not even give it to us. Lame.
Well, it depends.
Well, she already gave you that great movie, and she had me end the apocalypse, so
Right.
she's got to dish it out to other people, too.
I'll spread the love.
Elon Musk. Give it to Elon.
Why?
Why? Because he has a musk about him?
Yes, his name requires it.
The smell.
Because he named his child Exasha12.
That has nothing to do with it. Maybe give it to Exasha12.
Okay, but I needed to mention it because it's just the worst thing I've ever heard in my life.
It is. Give it to Exasha12.
Maybe I'll go back in time and I'll give it to Abraham Lincoln and he's gonna be like, what are you talking about? Pictures? Smell? And I'm like, no.
He's like, I know how to smell something entertaining, and then he goes to the theater, and we all know how that ends.
Oh no!
Marissa killed Abraham Lincoln.
With a really bad smell.
No! That was her worst failure, her greatest shame.
Her one time travel gaffe.
Everyone pretended that John Wilkes Booth shot him, but in fact, John Wilkes Booth farted.
Smelled so bad.
And it was
I thought you were about to say John Wilkes Booth saved him from a very bad smell.
No. He killed him by reeking really bad. He spilled the smell-o-vision, juices all over himself.
Bog of eternal stench smell on him.
Yes, exactly.
Do you think that Abraham Lincoln's grave probably smells a little funky then?
Yes! Also, John Wilkes is supposedly in an unmarked grave,
Oh.
but you'll know it when you smell it.
They're like, we don't have to mark this. Everyone will know.
The smelliest grave in America.
That sounds like a 60 Minutes deep dive.
Definitely.
Yes.
We're here to cover the smelliest graves in America. You'll never guess who's rounding out the list at number 1. That's right. It's John Wilkes Booth, who famously killed Abraham Lincoln with his own fumes.
Yes. Because we Bog of Eternal Stench spray all the worst killers, so...
That is true.
The worst criminals. There's gonna be some stinky graves. And you can tell how bad they were by how bad it smells. Like, how many squirts did they get punished with?
Then suddenly you go to jail and they're like, I sentence you to 20 squirts. Dun dun dun.
20!
Not the squirt!
His life is over. Are you ready for a bit?
A bit.
You gotta wait for Ina to stop malfunctioning.
A bit.
What's she at, 25?
A bit.
A bit. This bit is called Marry, Fuck, Kill.
Yes! It's been ages since we've done this one.
So, Marry, Fuck, Kill. It's a classic game. We're gonna play it as intended. We're gonna pick 1 to marry, 1 to fuck, and 1 to kill from this list. Mad Hatter, Edward Scissorhands, and Willy Wonka.
So all the gross Johnny Depp people?
Yes, 3 gross Johnny Depp roles.
Okay, well,
Dear God.
Edward Scissorhands is arguably the best of them.
Yeah, but he's the dangerous fuck.
Right.
He'll cut you to shreds on accident.
I couldn't marry or sleep with Edward Scissorhands, so he'd have to be the one that I killed. And then I guess...
Exactly, which is the worst, because he's the only, not disgusting one.
Counterpoint, we play BDSM with him, where his hands are tied above him on the bedposts, and we just ride him.
Ah.
That way we can have the best of both worlds. We can have the fuck with a nice guy, but we don't have to impale ourselves in a fit of passion.
Right, that's smart. And then we can kill Willy Wonka. Because he's disgusting. And he horrifies me to my core. As a child, he creeped me out so severely that even now I have a chill running down my spine thinking about him.
I'm not mad at Willy Wonka, though.
No.
I don't know if I could marry the Mad Hatter. At least with Willy Wonka, I get a chocolate factory with a bunch of clones of Deep Roy.
Deep Roy is the best part of that.
We love Deep Roy. Deep Roy is everything to me, and I would love to be surrounded by Deep Roy.
Just throw Willy Wonka into the chocolate river, he drowns.
Oh my gosh, you're right. We marry Willy Wonka, right? Let him have one of the many traps in the factory.
Right.
Meet an untimely end, and we inherit the factory and all the Deep Roys. So, in that case, we marry and kill him.
All the Deep Roys!
Deep
yes!
Roy!
I need the Deep Roy. Deep Roy orgy. A deep roargy. A deep roargy!
But to be fair, I think I would just marry the Mad Hatter.
Me too. Mad Hatter's a sweetie
he's
pie.
He's a very sweet guy. He's a cinnamon roll. I mean, he's dumb as a box of rocks and very crazy, but he's also a pure being.
He's not doing it for me. I'm marrying Willy Wonka. I'm getting that chocolate factory. Because I do think I famously said the last time we did this that I would marry Grandpa Joe to get that chocolate factory. And that still stands. I want that fucking chocolate factory. Give it to me now.
We can't play this bit without at least one chocolate factory character.
I have to get that chocolate factory. You best believe if there's a chocolate factory in the mix, your girl is gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. It's mine, and I want it.
It's your hope and dream after the years of not being able to have chocolate as a kid.
They have so much more than chocolate in there, but also yes.
Okay, I feel good with my answers. I would fuck Edward. I would kill Willy, and I'd marry the Hatter.
It's 'cause you don't have a mind for business. You'd rather go into hatting. Which is no longer a thing.
As enticing as the BDSM with Edward Scissorhands does sound, I feel like I'd still have to kill him.
You're not a BDSM gal,
then
that's fine.
Just bonk Willy Wonka. And then bonk Willy Wonka, and then marry the Mad Hatter.
Oh god.
You're gonna bonk Willy Wonka? You're gonna bonk the wonk? Bonk the wonk.
Oh my god.
As awful as it may be, I'll bonk the wonk.
But he's so physically repulsive.
Yeah, I'd rather not die of being impaled by scissors in the heaps of passion, so...
And she refuses to tie him up. That's the grave mistake.
That is a great mistake.
I'm sorry that I'm marrying for love and not chocolate money.
I'm marrying for a chocolate park, and so my answer is gonna be kill the Mad Hatter, fuck Edward Scissorhands BDSM style, marry Willy Wonka, and get that sweet, sweet chocolate enterprise all to myself, and then conquer the world. The end.
With your elephants?
Yes, with my elephants. I will feed my elephants nothing but pure chocolate, and they will be unstoppable.
Oh my goodness.
Let's go to our ads. Just kidding, we don't have any. So, next question. What would you ask a genie for?
Do we each get one wish?
One wish from a genie. Let's say it's a podcast genie. It's popped up right now, right here. All three of us get one wish. And it's the stereotypical can't raise anybody from the dead, can't wish for more wishes kind of genie deal.
Can't force someone to love us.
There goes Marissa's wish.
Mm-hmm.
I think the love thing, he likes to save that for a last resort. So if you have nothing else to wish for, then you can wish for love. But otherwise, don't do it because the results are not what you'd hope for them to be. Because Genie likes consent.
I would wish for... I mean, like, the obvious, I would wish for infinite money.
Okay. It's a little basic, but okay.
Yeah, I know, but infinite money is good. I could donate it and do so many good things.
But you didn't even put a number on it. You didn't say, like, I'd want $69 an hour every hour for the rest of my life.
She wants so much money that she single-handedly breaks the economy.
No, that's not what I...
Like, I want Jeff Bezos to look at me and absolutely shit himself. I want to make Jeff Bezos feel like less than a man.
No, you guys are genieing my wish so hard. I just want to have money and never have to think about money.
I'm not genieing. I'm just trying to tell you to be a little more interesting and, like, pick a number.
All right. I would like $999 million specifically. So I'm not a billionaire because I think being a billionaire is awful.
I can respect that. Mine would be to have a full-length feature film, fully funded, with a dream team cast and crew starring me, so that I could finally be in a movie.
Okay. You know what? I would wish that Spider-Man / Peter Parker was a real person and also my devoted husband.
All right, you're saying give me the Mary Jane treatment.
Yeah.
Okay, now that we've done that, there is a second question. Surprise! The follow-up question is, how would you, as a genie, fuck up your sister's wishes?
Well,
But we already fucked up Ina's original wish.
No. We didn't fuck it up. We just made her pick a number. Ina, for your wish, I would fuck it up by saying you have all this money and you can only spend it on hot dogs.
Oh, I would fuck it up by making it Monopoly money.
$999 million, but you didn't specify the currency, so Monopoly.
Didn't say real US American dollars.
Man, that is some nitty-gritty genie shit.
That's some legit loophole. Like, yours is hilarious, but mine is like a technicality.
What if you just gave her $999 million in, like, a strange new cryptocurrency that was not doing well?
Oh, no!
Some brand new cryptocurrency called, I don't know, Ina coin. So you give her like $999 million in this Ina coin, and like maybe it'll pop off in 25 years, kind of like Bitcoin did, or maybe it won't.
I don't understand cryptocurrency.
It's like a new way to buy things, but most places don't accept it.
All right.
But if you happen to invest in something like Bitcoin forever ago, then you're rich now.
All right.
It's basically Monopoly money, but there's a chance that you could spend it one day.
Amy's wish, well, it's a flop. Amy gets her movie, but it's a big old flop and nobody really sees it.
Or Amy gets her movie, and her performance is terrible, and it's also the role is so embarrassing.
I would fuck up my own wish by being like, yes, you can have all the money for your movie. It's a full-length feature film. You have the greatest minds in the industry, but it's a porno.
No!
So it's like, yeah, you get the best names in porn.
Oh, God.
You secretly want that to be a thing.
Yeah, you kind of like that a little bit. There's like a little part of you that, like, you're like, oh, that would be terrible.
It wouldn't ruin my life completely, but it would ruin a lot of things for me, so it's not ideal.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, you don't want it, but also, admit it, you're a little bit thrilled.
I mean, I don't think that being a genie means that you have to fuck up their life completely with their wish. I think it just means you gotta make them regret not being a little more specific in the first place.
I've realized the fatal flaw in my idea, in my wish.
You're actually a comic book character now.
I'm in a comic book, I love it.
But it's Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
That's good too! Oh my god, that's hysterical. That's the worst idea ever. But the thing I thought of is, like, okay, Spider-Man's real, but villains are real now too. And they use you as a hostage in every scenario. Because that's legit. They always end up going for Peter Parker's loved ones.
Oh, actually, that's a good one too. I think that works for any loved ones of anybody, but absolutely.
True. But, like, they love to do that in Spider-Man.
Oh, for sure.
Like, a central plot.
That was fun.
That was fun.
Guess what, guys?
What?
It's time for... What Two Are You?
Ooh.
Guys, what two Disney World rides are you? Hey!
I love Disney World rides.
Marissa and I watch at least one Disney World YouTube video, like, every day, I swear. Like, we're crazy.
Every day. At least one, if not three or more.
We're obsessed with Disney World. It's kind of a problem.
Okay. Ooh. This is a good one.
You guys are gonna have to kick it off because you guys are more acquainted with them. I still know Disney rides, but I don't watch a Disney ride video every night.
Oh gosh. There's so many good options.
There really are.
Is it just Disney World in general, or are we going to, like, a specific, like, Magic Kingdom or something?
Disney World.
Disney World in general.
Okay.
That was what it said.
Okay.
I want to be biased right now and say that Ina is journeying into imagination with Figment, but I don't know that that's actually true. I just know that she really likes Figment.
I don't know about that, but I know that she is. It's a small world.
Absolutely.
Because
Absolutely.
it's super cute, super aesthetically pleasing,
Wholesome.
super annoying.
Oh, super annoying.
Everyone loves it, but also they hate it at least a little bit. Like, you know what I mean?
Wow.
Like, they love it, but also they're so annoyed.
It's just like they love it, and then 5 hours later, they're still humming this song, and they're like, I can't believe this shit. Why the fuck did I go on that ride?
Like, And so Ina, she's super fun and everyone loves her and she's great.
Mm-hmm.
But is she annoying? Yeah.
I wish I could see your face when she said that. I do love that. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Marissa is the Buzz Lightyear spin ride.
Oh, I was not expecting that.
Because Marissa is very fun and very adventurous, but she does have an aggressive side. And so you've got to pick a ride that's like fun, that's interesting. It's got that intrigue. And everybody wants to ride it. There's always a long line for this ride. And when you're in it, what are you doing? You're literally taking your anger out on things by blasting them.
I love that's so true. And it's all like wacky and weird in there.
And it's got Zurg. And Marissa, if you were a Disney villain,
Zurg.
I think Zurg might be on your list.
Oh my gosh, he's a contender.
You know, I think we did do Disney villains before.
We did.
But Zurg didn't get brought up, and I regret that now.
Pixar villains.
Ah, there we go. I'll add that to the potential list in the future.
Zurg.
All right. Amy is the teacups.
Why?
Because colorful and fun. A classic. Everybody loves the teacups. It's something you pretty much got to do every time.
Everybody loves Raymond.
Right.
I mean, there's just no hesitation. Like, yes, exactly. That is a known fact.
But it's also a bit scrambled, as Amy's words
Literally.
and brain often are.
Just say it. Just say what you were going to say.
It goes toot toot.
Nope, that's not it. That's not what you're going to say.
Well,
It does go toot toot.
also, she loves Alice in Wonderland.
She's going to wait as long as possible.
Also, it's teacups and Amy played Chip.
That's it. That's what I was
in high
waiting
school.
for.
Oh my god, I didn't even think of that. That's perfect. No, I didn't. I really, really didn't.
Oh my.
She is a teacup.
You said that, and I immediately thought it was because of Chip. And I was like, all right.
No, it's because you have Alice in Wonderland Mary Blair vibes.
Oh.
You do have Alice in Wonderland Mary Blair vibes.
Okay. Well, thank you.
And the ride makes you dizzy. You spin really fast and makes you dizzy. Amy has so much energy, you get a little winded. And it's like a very similar feeling.
Well, thank you. I will take it. I just can't believe that Ina didn't think of the Chip thing when she brought it up.
You know, I was thinking about the essence of the ride and the essence of you. But yes, you are Chip. Very cute.
I mean, is Chip not part of my essence at this point?
It is. It is. It really is.
They say you take a piece of you with every roll.
Oh, then I have some strange things.
With Chip, I got that little chip out of his head. Okay, we all have one. Now let's make it 2.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I like the way you phrase that. That's so dramatic sounding.
Thank you. This is where we put our cliffhanger, if we did that sort of a thing.
If we had any. Ooh, okay. I don't know why I did that. You'll have to cut it.
Okay, thank you for that warning.
I kind of liked it, though.
That ASMR she craves. I really want someone to be Haunted Mansion, but I don't think any of you are.
I know that I've been thinking about that.
No, none of us have the vibes.
Same with the Tower of Terror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not very scary.
No. See, I've been thinking about Magic Kingdom too hard, and I think I do need to branch out.
Yeah, what are the other ones?
Yeah. All of ours came from Magic Kingdom, so we gotta switch it up.
I keep thinking of ones I would put for me. I can't think of any other ones yet.
Okay, I'm thinking.
I'm thinking too.
Oh, I thought of it. It's also Magic Kingdom, but I gotta go with it,
Okay.
Ina is Jungle Cruise.
Oh, you're right,
Yes,
you're right.
It's gotta be Jungle Cruise, you're right.
She loves animals.
Yes?
But more importantly, she is so annoyingly punny. Like, she is dad joke galore.
So many puns, yes.
Jungle Cruise is made of his dad jokes.
Absolute. It's Bad Joke City.
Someone has to have the dad jokes.
The backside of water.
I love that backside of water joke.
Yeah, Ina is a dad.
And the Jungle Cruise is like one of the oldest rides. It's a classic. It's been there for so long, and the animatronics are some of the first animatronics they ever did. And Ina is classic in the way that she likes to be as wholesome and classy as possible.
Yeah.
And I like to bonk the wonk. No, I'm kidding.
Bonk wonk.
That's classy. That's classy.
Classy.
It's classy to bonk the wonk.
Only the most sophisticated and classy people would bonk the wonk.
Right.
Honestly, bonk the wonk just sounds like a new classy masturbation term. Like, if you'll excuse me, boys, I'm about to go bonk the wonk.
Okay, Marisa is Slinky Dog Dash.
Oh.
Because she's tiny, so everything's big to her. And, the whole land of Toy Story Land is that you're the size of a toy.
I feel very attacked.
Well,
right
you said I was annoying and everybody secretly hates me a little. So I think it's deserved.
Fair.
But also because you're very zippy and fun.
Zippy!
And also you have a very childlike, you still have, such an inner child that is lovely and an active imagination. And you love Slinky Dog, so that does help.
I love Slinky.
And yeah, I mean, it's adorable, and so are you.
Oh,
Thank you.
that is fun.
It is a fun one. I like it. I want to say something that doesn't actually work with you. It's just I know you like the ride, and so I associate it with you.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just thinking of Dinosaur Ride, but you're not the Dinosaur Ride.
Too scary.
Oh, no, I'm very far from the dinosaur ride. I used to hate that ride. I used to hate dinosaurs so bad. I love it now, though. Now it's like a super fun, super thrilling ride.
Yeah.
Those animatronics are great. The story is great. But when I was a kid, I used to be so terrified. You want to know the one that I was thinking for me? Rock and Roller Coaster.
Ah! What do you think, Anita?
I mean, I think Rock and Roller Coaster does work.
All right.
I mean, the Rock and Roller Coaster and I are like this. Please note, I am crossing my fingers.
That's true.
Because of the time, forever ago when we were kids, that we wanted to try to buy a picture from the ride, and I was plugging my ears in the picture because I didn't like how they screamed at you at the beginning of the ride, and the lady at the counter was like, we can't sell this to you because she's breaking the rules by not holding the safety bars, but if you want to try to take another picture, we can go right now and you could get right on the ride again. And so we did that.
That was the one time we got the VIP treatment. They let us cut the whole line.
And then we didn't even buy a picture.
Which is ironic because we really were going to buy it before.
We 100% were gonna buy it, and then the second time, our faces weren't as good.
Yeah. Okay, so Amy is Rock and Roller Coaster.
Hey!
It's exciting. It's musical.
Fast-paced. Amy loves adrenaline.
I do live in the big city.
She does.
Also, paparazzi. Amy dreams of the paparazzi.
Indeed.
And also, the music is really fun, and Amy's really fun.
It's got such a unique concept, too. It's a completely dark indoor roller coaster ride, which now I think they've kind of done, but at the time it was so unique.
Yeah, it's very fast-paced, just like Amy's Racing Mind. Also, it's a little bit outdated, and Amy, sometimes her favorite things are things that are not, the most up-to-date, not the most modern.
Wow.
No, it's true. For example, her favorite movie is The Fugitive, and that came out 40 years ago.
Probably 50.
No, it's not 50 years old. It wasn't in the 70s, was it? I gotta look it up
To be
now.
honest, it could have been. I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't think it was. It probably honestly came out after. I really don't know.
The Fugitive is only 28 years old, guys. It came out in 1993.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Well, that's still outdated it's just, that's not recent. And Aerosmith, they're still fun. Their music still slaps.
But they're classics now.
Yeah.
Them and The Fugitive are more classic than contemporary.
I just kind of pick a favorite and that's it for life. I'm very stubborn in that way.
She's not allowed to change.
All right, so I like it, which means Amy is the teacups and the rock and roller coaster.
Those are so different.
I know. Marissa is Buzz Lightyear Spin and the Slinky Dog Dash. And Ina is It's a Small World After All and the Jungle Cruise.
They're both Toy Story.
Oh yeah, Marissa's really are both Toy Story. I didn't even think about that as it was happening. You're absolutely right.
I love that.
So, another question.
A question on this podcast?
What video game character's ass would you most like to kick?
This is a great question.
Toad.
I mean, I kick his ass regularly in Mario Kart.
Toad is an obvious choice, but I kind of want to dig a little deeper.
I don't like Toad. Although, I like Toad if he's Kinopio.
Yeah, in Japan, his name is Kinopio.
Oh, that's cute.
It means mushroom, and it's a play on words with Pinocchio.
Really cute.
There are a lot of video game characters that I would love to kick their asses. There are so many worse ones than this, but for some reason, the person that keeps coming to my mind is Gabe from The Walking Dead 3.
Oh, he was a little shithead.
He was a little butt-faced.
I'm surprised you didn't say Ben from the first game. Gabe edged him out.
Yeah, I don't know. Gabe is still on my nerves to this day. I think because he's supposed to be a protagonist, and yet he is working against you at every turn, just being like a little annoying shithead teenager.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my answer is from pretty much the only video game I actually play, The Sims. And this is from The Sims 4, Vampires Game Pack.
Oh my gosh.
Specifically. I want to kick Vladislav Strauss's little vampire butt. He is the worst, most annoying guy. Every 2 seconds, he's like,
He's
hey,
so
I'm
ugly.
gonna come to your house and teach you about being a vampire. And I'm like, I'm not a vampire and I don't even live in your vampire town. And he's ugly and he's supposedly a young adult, but he looks ancient. What's up with
He
that,
does.
Vladislav? It's not okay.
His name is Vladislaus?
Yes.
Or Vladislaus?
Vladislaus Strauss, you said?
Stroud. Sorry, I did say Strauss, but I meant Stroud.
Vladislaus Stroud. That's a mouthful.
Yes. And
What
he's-
if it's pronounced Vladislaus Stroud?
I mean, I really guess I don't know for sure how it's pronounced, but no matter what, I want to kick his little butt.
So he's a vampire missionary, is what you're saying.
Yes!
Yeah, he's so annoying that I always have to like go into settings on my front door and be like, no solicitors of vampires. Like, I have to click no solicitors and then specifically specify no vampires can enter this house.
That is
To
so
be honest, I
hilarious.
sometimes have to just play with Vladislav and put him out in the sun too long so he just dies. Like, I can't deal with it.
Straight up murder.
So Vladislav Stroud, in the fiction of your Sims world, has single-handedly created vampire racism?
yes!
Because you can literally put on your door, absolutely, we do not want any vampires of any kind here, just so that one vampire in particular can't get in your house.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's hilarious. Wow, Sims, what have you done?
He's ruined vampires for everybody.
That's so funny.
He's the worst.
Oh, now I have to come up with an answer, and this is hard for me.
I mean, nothing tops Vladislav.
I know, I don't want to answer now that Vladislaus is out there because my answer's not going to compare.
Yeah, but like now I already answered and now mine seems dumb. So you have to answer to redeem me.
Okay, give me a minute. I'm just trying to think of every video game character that's ever existed and every video game that I've ever played.
All right.
I just want to let you know that I've typed in on Google most annoying video game characters for some inspiration, and the first character to pop up is one called Slippy Toad.
Oh.
So whoever Slippy Toad is, you really made some enemies.
Who is Slippy Toad?
I was really hoping it would be Vladislav.
No, but Luigi is on this list though.
No!
Mario wrote this list.
Luigi is the good brother. Mario's the worst.
Oh, it just came to me. I know exactly whose ass I'd kick. Are you ready for this?
I am so ready.
Tom Nook.
Yes!
Fuck that
Evil!
guy. Fuck Tom Nook. That little asshole raccoon.
That
I
little
hate him.
capitalist boy.
He has introduced capitalism into my nice, pure, wholesome town.
And he's so creepy. Like, he's definitely a pervert.
He is a creep. He runs around like 2 inches behind your child body.
He follows you around with no pants on.
Tom Nook. And all he wants to do is like, you see this hairbrush that you can't even interact with? I would like 150,000 bells for it. And you're like, excuse me? My own house is only 9,000 bells for the mortgage. And he's like, 150,000 bells, take it or leave it. And then you're like, oh, okay, if I really want this hairbrush, I can go sell some cherries. It'll take me like a week to get 150,000 bells. And he's like, oh, did I forget to mention it'll be gone tomorrow when my merchandise refreshes? I hate Tom Nook.
Yeah. I know, but like also I love how you come into the game and you're already indebted to him.
That is the first thing that happens. Tom Nook is the true villain of Animal Crossing. They try to keep it on the DL, but they really just, they looked at Jeff Bezos and they said, if you were an animal, what would you be? And they said, capitalist raccoon.
Honestly,
with no pants.
Oh my gosh. But like honestly, when I played the game, even as a kid, the way he runs around and just follows you in the store,
yes. Mm-hmm.
he always felt like a sexual predator to me. And like I would run through that store so fast. Like I was scared of him following me too close.
Yeah, he's
zip
the
over.
worst.
I need a shovel. Grab the shovel and then like run away.
He'd come over and be like, when you gonna pay your mortgage? And I'm like, go away, go away, go away.
Also, though, like, if you stop too fast, he literally bumps into you in the store. Like, he wants a piece of you.
He's hoping you'll do
he
that.
He says, please kick my ass. That's what he says.
Oh, God.
He's trying to start a fight. Every single thing Tom Nook does is in the hopes that you're gonna break and start a fight with him. He wants to start Fight Club really bad, but he has to be subtle about it because he knows the first rule. The problem is, he didn't think about the fact that the first rule of Fight Club is don't talk about Fight Club. So how is he supposed to get anybody to come to a Fight Club if he can't talk about it?
Right.
So he's got to just start a fight with you, and then he'll be like, guess what? You're in. Also, you owe me 2,000 bells. So yeah, Tom Nook is my answer.
You're right. Just an aside for a hot second, though.
Yes.
I said Gabe, right? And then I remembered that I got Gabe killed, and now I feel vindicated. Like, I did kick his ass.
You kicked his ass.
Good for you.
By zombie proxy, I think, but...
Yeah, because, like, I've Googled it, and he doesn't have to die.
Nope.
But my choices created his death.
He did not die in my playthrough. I
I
was so mad about it because it's Gabe or Kate in this situation that you can choose between, though you don't realize that's what you're doing at the time. And I only picked Gabe because I didn't want Clementine to be mad at me or die, and she was going to Gabe no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
And so even though I loved Kate, I went to Gabe because I was like, well, I don't want Clementine to die because of this.
Mm-hmm.
So then I go with her and we save Gabe, and then I find out that Kate died. And then at the end of the game, Gabe's ungrateful fucking ass is staring at this thing. It's like a board of pictures of all the characters that have died along the way. It's like a memorial. So then Gabe is talking about it. He's just standing there staring at it and talking about it, and he's being so ungrateful and rude. The tone of his voice just makes you want to sock him in the nose. And I'm just like, Gabe, you little shithead, you shouldn't even be here right now, and you're still being ungrateful.
Oh, I couldn't let anything happen to Kate, because she kind of, like, was me.
Yeah, Kate is great, and I'm still mad that she died in my first playthrough, but I have played through subsequent times, and she has been fine ever since.
Okay, next question.
Next question.
Mm-hmm.
Allegedly, in the Witness Protection Program, they strongly encourage you to keep your initials when changing your name to prevent slip-ups.
Huh.
The other criteria are that it can't be a celebrity name, it can't have anything to do with your old life, and it has to suit your ethnicity. What new names would you guys pick if you are going into the Witness Protection Program? This is, of course, hoping that we don't actually have to go into the Witness Protection Program at any point.
Right, because then we have to pick a different one and it won't be as good.
If we did do that, though, this podcast would be over anyway, so it's fine.
That would be not fine.
Yeah, but they don't know what our name was now.
Well, we'll cross that bridge when it comes to it.
I will pick the second best choice.
Yeah, your second best name.
To be honest, I'd want to do something crazy. Here's the thing. My initials are MF, like motherfucker. And
Mine are AF, like as fuck.
Karina's CF, and that doesn't stand for anything, so.
If I were to start, I think I know what my first name would be. First of all, none of my favorite names start with the letter A. So if I think of A names that I like, I immediately think of the Greek goddess who I think I am, which is Aphrodite. But I know they'd probably be like, that name is too out there. It's too conspicuous. You can't pick Aphrodite. So then I would start thinking about other Greek gods with A names that I could use that are more socially acceptable. And I know it would lead me to this one name that everybody I've ever met who's had this name has been just super cool as a person. I would pick Athena.
Ooh.
So I'd rename myself Athena, but as far as the F part goes, well, actually, I guess we have to all pick the F part together because we'd still be a family in witness protection.
I'd say friend, but that reminds me of
No.
Arnold Friend, aka the creepiest guy ever from a very scary short story.
Fields.
We can't because we've lived in Penfield, and so that is kind of related to our lives.
Well, we could think on the F, but my name would be Athena.
Athena. I like it.
Thanks.
I feel like for me, I might feel the need to go for something generic so no one would know that it was, like, no one would ever suspect just, like, a Megan.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many Megans. And also, that's a pretty name.
Yeah, I've only ever met good Megans.
Yeah.
Right? I'd be a Megan.
I wasn't thinking about that, actually. I really like Megan.
Yeah.
For me, I've always really liked the name Charlotte.
Oh.
Charlotte.
Charlotte suits you, I think.
I feel
I feel like
some-
all of these names kind of suit us.
Yeah.
I can see it.
But the only problem is Athena, Charlotte, and Megan are different vibes. Our parents could not decide.
Well, you know, some families are like, literally whatever name we like. And then some families
Yeah.
are like very specific with a theme. And then some families are like, I'm literally so lazy, you're all getting the same name.
Oh my
Right.
gosh, so true.
I once knew this one person who claimed, and I have not verified this because I never met their family, but they claimed that everyone in their family was named Anthony just like over and over and over again.
Oh God.
And I was like, really? And they were like, yeah, I mean, that's why I go by my last name instead of my first name, because there were already 3 of us and they already got the good nicknames.
Guess so.
All right then.
All right. Last name starts with F.
Are there any other good puns or like words or jokes or something that start with F that we could turn into a last name? Because Fess, like fess up, that's pretty cool and that's like kind of our thing.
Well, it depends on the pun.
I
Gotta
mean,
come up with a pun for it.
there's like the last name Fisher, which could be fishy, fishy, fish. I don't know.
A new podcast called Fishy Fishy Fish.
Or we change it to Fisher and it's What's Fishy?
Here's my idea. We change our last name to Frank and then our new podcast name is Let's Be Frank.
Oh!
Yes! Oh, that's perfect.
Let's Be Frank.
Let's Be Frank is perfect.
Let's Be Frank. That's amazing. Let's Be Frank, starring Athena,
Charlotte Frank.
Megan, and Charlotte. Only because Ina goes by a nickname. What would your nickname for Charlotte
Probably
be?
Lottie. Lottie Frank.
Lottie. Athena, Megan, and Lottie. Frank.
Lottie Frank. Megan Frank. Athena Frank.
That is actually fun.
That's
I'm
fun.
Lottie.
Well, now that we've rebranded ourselves, that's all the ice breaking we can do today. It's time for us to go into witness protection and you'll see what happens.
Our podcast will continue under the new name, Let's Be Frank.
Let's Be Frank. If you'd like to send us a question, message us on Facebook or Instagram at Fess Up Podcast. Send us an email at fessuppodcast@gmail.com. Tweet a question at us at fessup_podcast, and don't forget to use the hashtag UbFest. Send us new questions or let us know what happened when you used our icebreakers with your friends. If you share anything with us, we will talk about it on this podcast if we like it. Yes, if you send it in, we will read it. So if you want your name spoken by my dulcet tones, then send it into our podcast. We will read it. I will read it with my lips and my mouth.
Watch out, she'll use it that voice. She'll be like, blah, blah, blah.
This is my little creepy voice. Share the podcast with everyone you know and get the word out there about your 3 wacky friends.
Bow.
That's it for me. I've been Athena Frank.
I've been Megan Frank.
And I've been Lottie Frank. And I, Lottie Frank, bonk the wonk.
And don't forget to bonk your wonk today.
Bye.
Let's be frank. 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 Let's be frank.